Somebody behind it. Somebody say reader. Somebody reader. Right. Mkuru wangu. With respect, we mean no harm to you as an individual. We mean no harm to you as an individual. But the passion you hear is the passion of people of Zimbabwe who are crying out for help. We are fatherless in this country. When other nationals have issues, you find their leadership, their diplomats, their embassies, sitting there with their people. We are leaderless. So when we make a request to see, we want to see he who is supposed to be our father in this land, and you don't show up. You can imagine if these were your own blood children. What a disappointment. I understand, but let me make this clear. We are not speaking to you as a person who stays in this beautiful house. You are after all a civil servant. I don't know if you've been paid, because we've got a problem with paying people who work for government. Our issue here, Zimbabwe is our homeland. South Africa is a place where we've just been given shelter. We expect you, as the people that represent us, to know that if you go to Hillbrow, or if you go into the heart of Soshanguve, or if you go to Umlazi, in case that end, or even if you go to Cape Town, people that came today, that there are people who are from Zimbabwe who are not documented. There are those people that are not documented, have children of their own that are not documented. Some of us had the privilege of going to school in Zimbabwe, but we now have a generation of children who might never see school purely because they cannot get access to a birth certificate. We know, we spoke to the ambassador, that's why we were disappointed. We spoke to him on Saturday on national radio. Hello. And he said he was expecting us here because he believes that this service is being offered. We say no, then you don't understand your people. There is no way a person is going to leave Marikana and Soshanguve without documentation to go to a consulate somewhere in Joburg to get papers. Why can't the embassy come to the people? What are we paying for? We remit money to support parents like you. Now, 4 days from now, on Monday, we're supposed to celebrate independence. We are supposed to, and I say it, I repeat it, we are supposed to celebrate an independence of a nation, which was what fought. When we fought and we said, these white colonialists, we want a one man, one vote. These people are black Zimbabweans, they cannot vote. Under a black government, where is the independence?
There's no independence.
There's no independence.
There's no independence.
Absolutely. What are we celebrating?
Nothing.
When the children who fought to take their land back have to flee to stay in lands of other people as foreigners. What? What? We have more names than what have been given to dogs.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, at least they are enjoying here from money.
We are doing this because we want to go home.
Yes.
Home.
Home is best.
Now, I want to close by saying this. See, we can only be nice for so long.
Yes.
True.
We are being here and we are civil because we are asking. We are asking to say, we are appealing to the democracy within you, if it's still there. To say, take this back home and let the powers be sit to decide to say, our children are suffering. But if we get to a point where our cries fall on deaf ears, then what we're fighting is now, we're fighting for freedom. Don't test us. We're not testing you. We are simply asking you to do the job that you are paid to do.
Yes.
Nothing more, nothing less.
True.
Go on Monday. I want to give you an assignment. Go to Marawa State where people apply for asylum.
Sunday night.
Sunday night when it's Zimbabweans. Zimbabweans sleep there with children. No other nationality goes and sleeps there. There is something wrong that when our leaders sit here, Why sit in the splendor of this building when your people are sleeping in
outside.
Marosta?
Just 3 kilometers away from you.
Why?
Have we become that detached?
Do they
So,
care?
when you go to say you celebrate, before you celebrate or whatever you do there, remember that we have an agenda that we have not completed. We are giving you this memorandum with our request. The first part is that the issue which we are challenging of the vote is constitutional.
Yes.
Our constitution is clear.
Yes.
A Zimbabwean eligible to vote must vote. Because I've left the country, it does not make me any less of a Zimbabwean.
Zimbabwean, yes.
Because you are not working on government mission.
Because I've crossed the border, it does not take away my Zimbabweanness.
Exactly.
Viva Zimbabwe, viva! Viva! Viva Zimbabwe, viva! Viva!
Why is the law selective?
So, when you only then say it is only state employees that can vote,
Yeah.
no, that must be amended. But because you and I are not lawmakers, we have a parliament of people who sleep in parliament. Now they have something to really work on for a change to earn their money. They must go and sit down and discuss an amendment to the Electoral Act. That we do, that will not negotiate.
It's unconstitutional.
Right. If it does not work, I want you to know so that we are clear. We are approaching the Constitutional Court to force you. When I say you, I mean the people that you are receiving this on behalf.
Exactly.
The Constitutional Court must make a declaratory order to say this must be amended. But if all the forces of democracy fight against us, we shall then say, then what is the purpose of this embassy if it cannot see these people? Better we close it and we go home. Go be an ambassador in Zimbabwe where people can vote. Here,
No
Mandela, we will do what we do every day.
Exactly.
Because we are leaderless. We are fatherless. Now, I want us to be clear. We are not here to damage property. We are not even here to threaten your life.
Yes.
We are children that came from people. What makes us sit here and work? You can see I would love to be as big as you, but I can't. Not because we don't have, but it is because when you are sleeping, you are thinking, what is happening Ekai? What are they eating Ekai?
Seva, Buddha, Seva! Seva! Seva, Buddha, Seva! Seva!
I want us to have. Oh. We have a doctor and a couple of medical practitioners in our midst. The ambassador came on TV that no, my birth certificate are consulate. The doctor will tell you that there is more Zimbabwean women that are being turned away, pregnant, close to giving birth, at public hospitals.
Growing stomachs.
So let's not talk as if these things, there is an ulterior motive here. The motive is we want to be free as Zimbabweans.
Yes.
We want to be free as Zimbabweans.
Human rights are fundamental.
Right. So, my elder,
The other Africans are being
I am going to speak to you in our traditional way. Because this, that came by the sea, it did come by the sea, this language. Mutumwa anachi?
Mbonje.
Mutumwa anachi?
Mbonje.
Right. Imi, trukutambidzai. Let this not be the last interaction we have. Because we are expecting you to come back to us. To say, what do we do about Nyema birth certificate yavana rugara kusosha nguve kusinga siku inechi
Kuma plastic.
Can we get a mobile home affairs service yedu that goes out and does my outreach?
We can afford it. We can pay
If
for
you don't have money, yes.
No.
Let's say, calm down, builders.
No, you guys.
Say, tata pula tata. Tata pula tata. Kwanza kanjira kanofumba kuno vakupi?
Kamweni.
Kanjira kanofumba kuno vakupi?
Kamweni.
Saka takuda kuti tikupe tsamba musaine. Vanhu vakataisa. Tsamba ine zvichemo zvedu. Chekutanga tuda kuvhotera kupi? Tuda kuvhotera kupi? Ah, unkaya. Sifuni kuvhotera kupi? Sifuni kuvhotera kupi?
Asindawo.
Asindawo.
eZimbabwe house.
Right. Right. Second request is that we want an improvement in our consular services. Yes. My passport, my ID, my birth must not be things so good tifambire. There are people here who have never seen town, ever since they crossed the border. And we must be honest, they jumped the border. Problems you and I know. But let's not talk in front of visitors. True that. I also had a speech that said, let me not read it, just in case. Just in case. So, Mkuru, munepende. Where's that copy? Where's that copy? Banana copy. Yeah. Right. 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 Builders. Whoa. We have addressed this letter to the following people. Ambassador Isaac Moyo, in absentia. Justice Rita Makarau, chairperson of the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. Advocate Jacob Denda, Speaker of the Parliament of Zimbabwe. And Home Affairs, because the issue of documentation must be liaised with the Minister Ignatius Chombo, Minister of Home Affairs. And the last but not least, the person who should not be sleeping in meetings, to the president of the country.
Bobo.
No, it's allowed if gentlemen. Tata, pull the tata. Tata, pull the tata. So here I am going to allow the honorable elder to sign